moment, please. Hello, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing alright. Hope you're having a good time. We're having a little bit of a redo here. We're gonna try to see what we can get done here with, you know, with a second attempt. Let's see if Gerald and Future will both be here right now. Should be time. Should be time after all. Man, it is steaming right here, right now, on this in this room. We'll just have to wait. Actually, let me actually message them. That would probably be a good idea. And let them come to me instead of me to them. Although I did just go to them to get them to come to me. You kind of have to do some form of going to someone to try and get that person to go to you. But I feel like I do have the upper hand here still. Just pretty sure in my own mind palace. That's how it is right now. Anyway, yeah, we're having a special match here right now. It's not special though. It is Future and Gerald. Future, a new acquisition for the team Alpha X. What's up, Canuck? How you doing, buddy? Captain Canuck in the chat right there, hanging out, chilling, maxing, all cool. Just chatting out in the chat box just outside of school. When I probably should stop this. Probably should stop this. I don't know where I was going with that. I was just on a little mine path. I saw a little bit of a mine card, and I just kept going. Wait, am I? Don't. Please don't tell me I'm on EU. All right, I'm not. I'm not. Okay, that's good. There we go. Deja vu. I have been in this place before. Alright, so now we need Future here. Now we need Future here. Let me get Future in here as well. We'll get it sorted pretty soon, I hope. Man, I have a new lighting setup right now. I'm not sure if I put it up right. It is quite bright. I might have to turn some of it around or something, right? I think that is the way to do it. Have it bounce off of the wall and then into my face, maybe. Except for this one. This could be okay still. You can kind of see. Well, I want to find a way to flush out all the flaws in my face with enough light. So far, I don't think I've figured out quite yet how to put it all up. But I think I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there. With every light that goes up, I will become more pretty and more pretty by each passing seconds. That's the plan anyway, regardless. Also, if we do get it a little bit of cold, I have myself a little jacket right here behind me. Just like that, instant jacket. I don't know how I'm gonna get it off right now. Guess this is the stream right now until Future shows up. Me trying to get this jacket off again. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Just wait there. Wait there. Sit. Just wait. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold up. Hold up. Man, I really... hold up. Really... Did a bad thing there. Did not think this through. Alright, put it back. Put it back. Okay. Whew! And we're good. Alright. Professionalism is of the utmost importance, of course, for Alpha X. So that's why I have my professional side just behind me. And we're just gonna have to wait a little bit here for Mr. Future, of course, who's the new attribution to the Alpha X. He's also now committed to professionalism, which is why it's odd that he is not here quite yet. Man, this is rough. Future, buddy. I hope he doesn't think that we start in an hour from now because we had this time confusion, right? So maybe he's like, "What?" I'm gonna type it to Gerald as well. Alright, anyway. Gerald now saying he would never take a walkover over his from his buddy Future. It's not going to be his style. It's admirable, admirable. Of course he will... I'm not sure if he'll need it necessarily, but as always would work out against a Terran player that is as capable as Future. Yeah, so I'm just sitting here again. Man, you guys get a lot of Kozen time today, you lucky sons of female dogs. Doesn't make it better, does it? Just by not putting the word out. And, well, alright, I shouldn't have said anything, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, I do apologize. We're still waiting, though, for Future, which always makes me a bit hesitant to continue talking, because I know at one point I will just say something ridiculous that makes a lot of people upset, probably. Yeah. You know what? Let's just roll with it. Let's not care too much about it. So, we're waiting for Future. Joe said he doesn't want to have to walk over. You know, it could always be useful. That's what I wanted to say. Well, first I wanted to say, I mean, he's gonna need it against Future, right? Just hyping up the boy Future. But then again, I mean, Gerald, he's one tough cookie to crack. He's from Team Exxon? He's on Team Exxon, right? He's the Polish Protoss. Let me actually double check this. I think he's on Team Exxon. I could be mistaken on that. I could be mistaken. I could be. Are we still on, are we still live on Team Liquid as well, by the way? Is that a little... I don't know. Anyway. Regardless. Yeah, so we're not live on Team Liquid anymore. That's a problem. Let me do that as we wait, because, you know what? Apparently professionalism is the last thing I'm doing right now. Alright. Alright, it looks like Future's coming up. He is coming, guys. He was in an intense game versus Denver, a macro game, so, you know, there's always some good practice. Always some good... How did he get in here? He must be friends with Gerald. He must be. He must be. Alright, well... Future's ready. It looks like we will be getting things started here pretty darn soon. It is loser picks the map choice. Right now I am the king of the map picking, though, so I will ensure that these guys are going to the right location, which is, of course, Pillars of Gold right now. They are both ready, and let's give it to them. Alright, good luck, have fun, have fun. Start that countdown, Kozen. You got it, Kozen. You got some nice lighting set up there now. Gerald asking the more important question. If he did win in the macro game versus Denver, that is important, actually. I completely forgot about that part. Is anyone looking, actually? How does it look, the new lighting? Is it okay? Does it make me look pretty? Does it make you want to have well-lit babies with me? I hope so. I hope so. I'm gonna have a silky smooth voice just like me. Just a baby coming out of the womb being like, hello, Mom. Hello, Mother. I hear you like silky voices. I don't know. Could be your father too as well, by the way. Regardless of all of that, let's jump into this first game. We got ourselves a red Protoss after all that is looking to take victory home today. He's none other than the red Protoss from Team Exxon. He is Gerald. What a guy. Really nice guy. Got to talk to him for a little bit there. Seems like a really cool dude. Anyway, in the top right side, we have the blue Terran. Well, if I'm supposed to believe Gerald's also a really nice guy. I don't know myself. This is hearsay at this point. But anyway, I'm pretty sure he is. Otherwise, you wouldn't really get on Team Alpha X. That's kind of one of the requirements. You need to be a nice guy. Anyway, he is the one and only US American future. The future of Terran, Mr. Joe. Alright, now, I know all about this matchup, guys. Do you not worry, you're in well capable hands that are going to guide you through the overall flows and ebbs. I think people usually say it differently, but you know what? I like to be different myself. The flows and ebbs of the StarCraft 2 universe, we're going to take you through it. We're going to show you how it's done, tell you all the ups and downs, the highs, the lows, the micro, the macro. All of it will be on display for you right here. The utmost, more reasonable and the less reasonable. The hidden agendas will be discovered. The build orders shall be written down and pointed out to you. Everything that you would require of a reasonable StarCraft cast, and much more, of course, as we like to go above and beyond with all our transgressions and overall attributes of StarCraft 2. I don't know where I'm taking this. Anyway, there's a Reaper here. He's a pretty boy, isn't he? He's a nice guy, nice fella. So yeah, just a little bit of slight harassments. We have that Stargate right here in the top right side, and you can see it because of the pictogram right here in the bottom right, and also the pictogram in the top left. If you were not aware, you probably haven't observed the StarCraft 2 game before. What else do we have? What else do we have? There's another barracks on the way. There's another refinery on the way. Looks like he really wants to construct buildings here, which is a very cool thing to do, of course. On the other side, you know what? Gerald not as much on the production planning right now. Not building as many buildings in his own base, at least, of course. We do have that Stargate over here that did get constructed, but you know what? I'm doubting he's gotten a permit for that one. On that side, you know, that close to the overall neighborhood of the Terran. I'm pretty sure that's going to give some troubles with the local residents right here. Probably not too keen of the polluted air that will, of course, arise from a Stargate like this. And there you have it already, the first obnoxious cloud of laser coming in right now in the shape of an oracle, harnessing the strength of the sun. And stepping down a ton of SCVs so far. 5 of them immediately die. You know what? Skin cancer is a real threat, guys. Wear sunscreen. You might not succumb to the same fate as those poor residents of the Blue Terran neighborhood. Oh my, Gerald! Oh, that's a big explosion right there. Bullets, of course, they do beat skin cancer, apparently. Oh dear. Alright. Anyway, I said I would try not to hold back. This is me not holding back. It's quite a push coming across the map here as well right now. As you can see clearly, these units are blue, they're not red. Which means they are of the Joe heritage, futures, descendants. Coming in hot, looking for a little bit of aggression here. Just a single Hellion. Want to repair that Hellion, perhaps. Doesn't get the opportunity to. The siege tank in a pretty good position here, together with the Marines that provide cover. That does mean that, of course, there's not that much at home anymore. But it looks like the Oracle will be sent back to the Protoss base anyway. So it doesn't matter too much at this moment in time. Although another Oracle is there, of course. How many SCVs did he lose? He lost 7 SCVs. Now, he did deny any type of production here. Any further production is not going to be able to be made except for this one gateway right here. And, of course, the Stargate that is further up top still as well. The 2 Oracles. It would be lovely to see them snipe down a siege tank. But, oh my dear lord. That is a dead Oracle. A great connection there with the Cyclone. And Future is coming in hot, coming in with a agenda that is quite clearly on display right here. Wants to, I believe, perform a genocide on anything that's Protoss right now. And usually people would consider that a bad thing. But then again, when you're talking about aliens, the ones from outer space, not the ones from you know what, next door, Trump. It would become a problem, but in this case, you know what, I think people could kind of get behind the idea not to have laser shooting robots next door. So probably all a good thing. Anyway, that means the first victory will go to Gerald here. Future. just blank out the entire game right there and continue onwards with whatever the hell I want it to be. No. Gerald losing that one will be... Is that a little fly? I was trying to get in my eyeball. Go away. Did I get him? I don't think so. Alright. Anyway, map choice right now goes to Gerald. Mapo. We'll have to wait and see what map, of course, is going to be chosen by our Protoss. The Protosian. The Polish Protoss. Let's see if he can do a little bit of genociding himself. Right, I am... Oh, right, I need to switch surface. I am an idiot. I am a fool. I'm just sitting here, just relaxing. I'm so used to casting just Koreans and stuff like that right now. Alpha Pro Series. Let's see. Let's go Death Aura. Alright. I can get behind a little bit of Death Aura-ness. Well, people sometimes say I have a Death Aura, usually when it was in my goth phase, but... people don't like to talk about it anymore. Where's Future? Future on the friends list. Nice. Alright. They're both ready. Okay, game number 2 on the way, coming up. Hot and ready, steaming, actually. People would say flush it down then, but you know what? This is too good to... I'm a horrible person today, it seems. Yesterday as well, actually. Yesterday I made a new account. I don't know if I should tell this, but I made a new account in the first game I played. I shouldn't tell this. I shouldn't tell this. I shouldn't. I almost did. Anyway, in the bottom right side we have ourselves a blue Protoss. He is from Poland. He is an absolute beast. He doesn't have a point right now on the board though. That is a lie. Although you know what, I should do it like this. There we go. All right, he is Exxon's Gerald. In the top left side, it is my pleasure to introduce you. Red Terran player. He's from Alpha X. He is a Future. New addition, attributes, a new fella to the roster of Alpha X. A very well-known player that is very capable of handling himself. Incredibly potent and recently creating a lot of waves in the overall scene, of course. Managing to take some lovely wins and getting really far in a couple of tournaments. Don't ask me which ones anymore. Just remember that it definitely happens, okay? Alright. Oh, I love this. I love this, seeing the little probe going out. At some points I'm waiting for the map where the entire map is just covered with speed zones. Or maybe what could be cool is like having a golden base with a slow zone on it, right? So you have this weird base. Yes, you do get golden minerals, but also your workers are slow. Or maybe a speed zone on blue minerals, right? That could be pretty cool. Just a slight addition to... But then again as well, if zealots or things like that get into the base, they will be on top of your mineral line a lot quicker. As well, right? So you do have a little bit of an additional advantage in a sense, because you're going to get more money, but also, you know, you got to be extra careful because your units will die a lot quicker than they would normally otherwise. Now, once again, we do have ourselves a little probe hiding out and about on this map. Gerald, I don't know if you guys were here, but I did mention it beforehand, before we started all of this. Well, when we had the false start, Gerald having a practice game on the ladder, and he ran into Hero Marine. Hero Marine actually did lose to him So you know what, that kind of shows that Gerald definitely should be capable, more than capable really, to take down most of these Terrans. You know what, Korean Terrans, I'm not quite sure yet. I still think there's a little bit of a difference there. At least in the overall, whatchamacallit. You know, the consistency. At least in their consistency. That's the word I was looking for. Alright, now, what do we have over here? It is indeed a dark shrine. Very scary stuff over now on this little corner here. Right behind the rich Vespian base. Future looks like he will not be running into this one. He's trying to check every corner on this side except for the one corner where that Dark Shrine is actually hiding, and still not going to be able to find it. He's going to go check the front door this time around, and let's see. He sees the Stalker, so you know what? This is kind of looking like a regular Blink player so far, right? If I was playing Future right now, I would just kind of be like, alright, well, that's a Stalker. It could very well be the Blink play here, which is something that we're seeing being created, but also, of course, those Dark Templars, they will strike before that is ever going to be a thing, of course. Now, over here in the base of Future, we don't see that much yet in the way, shape, or form of stealth detection. No engineering bay, no tech lab. Alright, well, there is a tech lab nearby the starports, but I don't think he's going to make use of it. Looks like he's just going to go for a double medevac drop here with a lot of Marines. And you know what, if he sends all of those out, those Dark Templars could be even more dangerous. Because he doesn't, you know what, he won't have stealth detection, but he won't have anything to kill them with either. So even if he does invest a scan or something, he's just not going to have it to do anything with. Now, is he going to switch this over to the tech lab? No, he is not. So another little bit of an oof right there. That could backfire quite heavily here, of course. Also, we did have Blink on the way already as well here for Gerald now. So he is going to start doing damage here. And then as well, we need to pay attention to this drop. It has the potential to die very quickly here. Okay, no, he unloads before he actually gets there. Alright, so this needs to do a lot of damage. The Stalk is actually way out of position here. Only now noticing those Marines coming in, and Marines do a ton of damage. Let's see how much they will be able to get done here. Alright, so far a little bit lackluster, wants to do a bit more. Alright, you know what, those skills are stacking up right now. We'll be able to target down a couple of those Stalkers perhaps as well. A bit of miss micro there. Trying to chase the Stalker, that was a bit too far away to chase. A bit out of his league, as they would call it if it was something else. Anyway, 15 worker kills do get taken out there, but let's see how much of an investment that was though for Future here. Overall, the gas count actually remarkably similar here, exactly the same right now. And Future did lose a bit more of his economy. Now, as you can see, of course, as well, he did lose a bit more of his mining time. So, you know, I think Gerald is in a pretty good spot right now. There's some pretty good tech as well on the way, of course, the Templar Archives here. I think it's okay to start off with the Templar Archives. I think it's alright. I still prefer the robotics facility. Get yourself some Colossus and then Disruptors as well. But you know what, at the start of the game, I think getting yourself some High Templar, or even the Archons, of course. Very, very powerful. And should be able to hold them their own. Especially if there's no ghost yet up and about. And I think that might be still a little bit here before we see those coming into play. There's the Storm upgrade. So yeah, we will have Storm available, it looks like. The Future does decide to go for another attack off of the 2 base. Lovely. Alright, now. What else is happening here? What else are they doing? Oh, big blink into the base here. It's actually not a big blink. Big stim in the base towards the blink. It's probably not the best blink I've seen in my lifetime, but you know what? A worthy attempt, right? Could have gotten maybe a siege tank. Did he get a siege tank? Actually, he killed 2 siege tanks in total. 2 medevacs, of course, died because of the push beforehand. You know what? Getting 2 kills. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying as much attention as I probably should. I was trying to get rid of the jacket on the back side of my chair, which I purposely placed there previously because I don't know how, but it was getting really hot, so I had to get rid of it. Right, you know what? Future, there we go. Coming in hot, trying to get himself another good amount of probe killed off. Right, another stim. The storm, though, absolutely massive. The Zealots right now on top of those Marines that are very low HP, pretty much one-shotting them here. Oh, another big storm. And this might be the end of this aggression right now. Yeah, it definitely will be. With that extra warp in, there's no way you're going to be able to keep this going. Siege tank is absolutely destroyed. More Marines do come in here. Maybe with this siege tank sieged up, he might be able to get some work done again. Trying to target down the warp prison, does manage to get it, but again, another storm. Absolutely massive. I love this targeting from the siege tank. Oh, doesn't manage to take it out for dinner completely, though. And more units get pushed into the meat grinder here by Future, it looks like. Will not be able to make a comeback in StarCraft 3. At least not those units. Now, with all of this happening, Future is still on the 2 base here. He's adding in 2 more barracks. Oh, no, wait, actually. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. He is on a 3 base. Don't listen to me anymore, guys. Just mute the stream. Just mute this stream. You'll be okay. Anyway. So, yeah, he is on the 3 base right now. Getting himself a little bit caught up on the work accounts here. 80, 50, well, 60 right now. He's ahead, actually. How does he do this? You got 3 at the same time. Lovely stuff. Gerald not really making probes at the moment. Is he actually prepping for some sort of an attack here? I'll have to keep an eye out for that as well. He's only on 59 work, so definitely could get himself a couple more. But I guess he is fully saturated on these 3 bases, so maybe he's not planning to get a 4th. Maybe he is just planning to go for a big attack right now. Off of this 3 base. As soon as this robotics base finished up. Maybe he just wants to do the attack and then go for the 4th base behind this. Just in case to follow it up with. And then also, of course, he will have the robotics attack available to move this game onwards with. And transition away from the Eye Templar, of course, because the Eye Templar, they do get kind of heavily countered by those ghosts. It is absolutely terrifying to see. And we are seeing the Ghost Academy on the way here. Ooh, big storm again here, coming out. Great job so far. You know what? Killing off 7 workers, not too shabby. A bit difficult of this chokehold, of course, though. Hard place to engage with those zealots, but Gerald, I'm liking his position so far. Massive storm on those SCVs as well. Needs to be careful now. He dealt the damage, but he can't afford to lose everything here. Oh, okay. Well, it saves one of the Eye Templar. Will there be enough bio, though, to save this? The base goes down. I'm pretty sure Gerald has done it here, guys. Behind this, he is getting himself a 4th base as well. So this isn't even an all-in by all accounts, necessarily. Especially after taking out that base, he has more than enough to fall back upon. But, of course, Future now with 52. Army supply versus 30. Might be able to get a big counterattack going. But he needs to get that counterattack going soon. Oh, these units are pretty low, though, as well. Needs to just heal them up and then go in. He does have the medevac numbers, though. It looks like to get this sorted. 2 more medevacs even here coming up. And moving his main base towards that 3rd base. I do think Future has to make a move very quickly. Of course, we can see the army supply here, but... And he really doesn't. I love these Dark Templar. Actually, this is so smart by Gerald. Will buy himself a lot of time with these bad boys, I'd say. Gonna target down the missile turret as well, first and foremost. Potentially even buying himself more time. Sees the Marauder moving out. Perhaps he thinks that is just the tail end of the force. Of course, that is just the reinforcements coming in. Probably not completely convinced at how far along this Terran army is. So it looks like, yep, he does get a little bit blindsided there with how quickly the rest of these forces come in here. And you know what? The army already completely in the red. I'm not sure if he actually took the time to heal up. And yeah, that's the GG out of there. Doesn't have the stuff he needs to really push into this place anymore. And Gerald ties up the series. Very well played there by him. That means we're going to go into game number 3 on the American server once more. It's going to be funny if both of these players continuously will win on their own servers. That's going to be a treat. That will be something else. I'm wondering if what that would mean. Would it mean anything, to be honest? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. Let me get this started, guys. Let me see the map that Future wants to play upon. I need to add Future as my friend as well. He is not in the lobbies that we asked him to be. So I can't contact him. Only Gerald can. Ah, he's in the lobby. Alright. Alright, they made it for me. Just add him as a friend. Of course, all the maps are available from the map pool. As soon as we've played all the maps, we will reset the entire map pool and we're gonna restart back from scratch and get things back to square one. All the maps will be made available. Unfortunately, I always find it's a bit unfortunate that after we've played all the games, there's most likely just one more game, maybe 2 more games. I always find it interesting to see another map being replayed upon. Sometimes I feel like, you know what, maybe we need to do a best of 9 where there's just a single map they need to play upon, because then I feel like then we're gonna see a little bit of an evolution. It's central. Wanna re? Yeah, probably. I can't type. Yes. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, well. Whisper Gerald. Telling him he can say no. Okay. It's good. Okay. Alright, alright. So, we're gonna get this started right here in the top right side. We have ourselves a blue Protoss. A very nice guy, allowing Future even a bigger advantage here on the American servers. Playing on Central instead of East. He is the Polish player, the man of Team Exxon. He is Gerald. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And in the bottom left side, we have ourselves a red Terran player fighting for the US of A. The American. Yeah, guns and violence. He's Future. I suppose the guns and violence thing works out better when it's a Terran player in a way, right? He's upset. He is upset. It's the ping, I'm telling you. It's the ping. He lost the probe because of the ping right here. Just a scouting probe. Going to South Detroit. He had the too much ping and then he died. Alright, anyway. Let me see what's gonna happen in this game, guys, and I'll inform you. I'll be your weatherman for the StarCraft match today. Oh my, this Reaper is a goner, isn't he? Oh, it's gonna be close. Okay, just barely gets the heck out of there. Lucky man, a lucky man indeed. Now, what do we have happening over here in the Protoss base? It is in fact a Twilight Council. It did get scouted, so I'm not sure if he clicked on it, but You know what, we'll see if he clicks on it or not. Yeah, I think he did because he's not re-scouting it. So should be good, should be good. Gerald's, on the other hand, is coming in with a little adept. And there's only a single Marine right now to defend against this. We'll lose a single SCV. Should do, at least. Not the biggest of deals. Should be okay about this. Probably don't want to lose the Marine as well. Oh my god, he's really trying to save the SCV, but we'll lose it. But, you know what, we'll kill off the adept as well because of this. You know, it's an okay trade. Could be worse, could be better, could be a little bit more in between. Overall, it's fine. It is fine, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. And stay calm and relax. I need to do the scores here, by the way. Don't mind me. All right. So I just farted a little bit of air from a bottle. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else real. Oh my god! I was wrong. I was wrong. That that was something, all right. That was definitely something, all right. That's a dead Reaper. That did not really have to die necessarily there, and I'm surprised that it did. Very unfuture-like, honestly. I probably overestimated his advantage with the ping here. Yeah, future. That is not gonna go unscouted. He already noticed that there was a medevac on the way. So with the Stalkers, of course, he didn't get a shot on the medevac. So I'm not quite sure how aware he was of this, but. And I'm loving this though, denying so much mining here. Still that Widowmine on the bottom side as well, still alive. Does set off right now in the main base, but overall, if we take a look at the income graph, mama. Spicy burrito. Look at that. It's pretty darn juicy, right? 1k extra minerals income for just a little bit, right? So probably not an entire 1 extra k minerals or overall resources. Just for a second, but you know what, that probably still is a good 200 to 300 extra minerals or a gas, or something in between, you know, some minerals and some gas. But you did manage to get there as future, right, over your opponents. I guess you're not getting extra, you're denying your opponent from having those resources. Oh no, that's a Raven. Those guys are expensive, dude. It's cool to see though the Raven being mixed in right now, as we did of course see the Dark Templar coming out to play for Gerald the previous game. So future here making a tiny adjustment. Which I always love to see these adjustments in a best of 9. It's what makes a best of 9 truly great, right? If you have players capable enough to make these tiny adjustments to try and make something else work after experiencing the other games, realizing how their opponents are playing right now today, and then see these adjustments being made continuously throughout the rest of the best of 9. And I, for one, can't wait to see what else is going to be happening here. If we're going to keep seeing that Raven in the production, or you know what, if we're even going to see a single another time some Dark Templar on the field. It's all a question mark to me. These Stalkers, oh my, that was expensive for a single Marine. Losing a Stalker there. Not the way you want to trade these things out. Again, was that another Stalker that did die? No, okay, no, it wasn't so far. Looking at the drop though, we'll have a massive warp-in of Zealots. Pylon there getting destroyed. No, actually that was a shield battery, right? Yeah, the shield battery here getting destroyed. So that opens up the front door there quite a bit for the entire rest of the push coming through right now. I think he did manage to kill off that siege tank. Oh no, wait, that siege tank is still there. It was hiding underneath the medevacs. So that's a big part of this push. Also, of course, those 3 Widow Mines definitely not hurting here. Trying to avoid the Widow Mine friendly fire. Beautifully done so far by Future. I love that. Immediately realizing he can just micro himself to the left side instead of the right. I mean the right side instead of the left. And man, oh man, he's doing a boatload of damage. Even with this drop still in the natural base. Continuously doing absolute carnage to the economy of Gerald. And Gerald takes the GG. Taps out. Decides, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to go into the next game here because that is not working out in my favor. Even after losing that Reaper initially. Although that happens after we saw Gerald losing the probe, which he probably didn't want to lose either. So, you know what? Tit for tat. Tit for tat. Call it even Steven in the end. One of them, though, you know what? A theoretical infinite supply of minerals and gas. Well, probably not infinite. Just up till the maximum point of the minerals and gas, right? If you give one probe enough time, he will, in fact, gather up all of the minerals and all of the gas in the entire map. But didn't necessarily happen this time around. Are you guys still okay? Is anyone watching this? I'm looking at the chat, but I'm not sure if the chat is broken or if it's just not happening. Anyway, Sock knock typing a while ago, but that was a while ago. I'm not sure how long ago it was. I think everybody left after the 50-minute pre-roll. Actually, it was a bit longer than that as well. Let me double check if we're still linked up on Team Liquid as well, by the way. Yeah, we are. Okay, we are. Alright, lovely stuff. I think that's just people watching that are too lazy to make an account on Afrika TV. You know what, I don't blame you. Making an account is an absolute pain. I'm just hoping you're enjoying yourself and having a good time so far. That's the main part of StarCraft, right? We just gotta have some fun with it. For God's sake, if you're not having fun, why the hell are you here? If you are having fun, though, go tell your mates. Tell them that we're live, and of course, also help out with the Matcherino page, if you would be ever so kind. The Matcherino page is just above the chat window right there, the chatter box. You will find the link, and then you will find yourself a code as well, which will be providing 50 cents to the overall prize pool, which is, you know what, never a bad deal. Interesting. I've received a new friend request. There we go. There we go. You know what? I'm inviting Future as well as my friend. I was talking to Gerald, by the way. Why are we friends on NA but not EU when we're both EU? Interesting. Alright. No match history. I'm a referee. Lovely. Lovely. GG. That's a funny way of typing GG. I have too many friends. I need to accept them later. Can I empty my friend list in-game, mid-game? Is that a thing I can do? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Hello? Hello? Sorry. I'm having fun. I'm just having some fun with myself, mostly. It's the job, guys. It tires me out, and then I get here, and it's just everything that I'm not allowed to say for so long. Just all of it spills out immediately. It's just weird stuff overall, guys. I mean, I work. I don't know if you guys know, but I work at a medical firm in a way, and I'm there for customer service. And then, well, it's a weird experience. It is an extremely weird experience. You have people being like, complaining about not getting certain things in time. And, you know, being like, yes, but my mother is in pain and she needs this right now, right here. And then, you know what, you can be like, all right, well, we have it, but we don't have it at the exact location nearby you. You could drive about 20 minutes. And you'll get it, right, in those 20 minutes. Probably not even 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes of driving. And that's the location. You'll be at the location where you can get it. And they're like, no! It shouldn't be like this. I don't want that. My mother's in pain. You need to provide. And it's like, 15 minutes really too far away if your mother is in pain? Is that the case? Is that... What? What kind of person are you? I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't talk about this stuff. Anyway, hopefully she's not listening. And to be fair, I doubt that she is. Of course, nobody would recognize me after all. I do have a completely different voice in English rather than the Dutch. Although, you know what, probably not too different. I'll stop talking about it. Anyway, going into game number 4, we have a red Terran right here, the new edition, the new brand spanking toy of the Team Alpha X. He is not being spanked by us. I promise you, he is future. I shouldn't make jokes about this either with everything going on right now. Man, I'm just not doing a good job right now. It's just on my mind, guys. I can't help myself. My overall bad sense of humor just continuously takes me there, and I feel like I'm on a roll, and then it just comes out. Anyway, that's another probe dying. Is that another probe? Oh my dear lord, that's 3 probes in total already. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves a blue Protoss fighting for Team Axon. He is the Polish Protoss, Gerald. GG Gerald. That's what his name should have been. GG Gerald. You would be able to do a little bit of a cool DJ type of thing with introducing him. You know what? Making the most of that adept that was locked up there as well. Still killing 2 SCVs. That is commendable. Gotta hand him that one. Didn't think he would get a second, but definitely did get a second kill there. So that kind of ties this out again once more. The overall early work and losses, of course, always so much more detrimental and instrumental to some sort of a victory for your opponent. If they do manage to kill off your workers early on, as of course it kind of snowballs, right? It's a... oh god, I forgot the term. No. Alright, well... It grows on a curve, right? So it starts slow, but then it goes up very quickly. Not relative. Exponential. It's exponential, right? Yeah, it grows exponential growth. That's the one I was looking for. So, if the start goes bad, that means that it will later on also won't go that quickly. Because you kind of got to see it like this. 2 probes don't get that much money. But then again, if you have 4 of them, you're going to get twice as much money. And that's the whole idea. That's the entire story I was talking about, right? And then later on, because you have 20 probes, you're going to get another 20 probes a lot quicker. If you only have 2 probes, you're going to get 2 probes around the same time as the 20 probes. At least I think that's how it works, right? That would make sense to me. It makes sense to me. Which, you know what, should make sense to you then. Alright, medevac coming in right here into the natural base, looking for a little bit of harassment. Don't mind me, I'm just a little poor medevac, not trying to cause a disturbance. Might get... oh, wait, oh, there's an observer there. Alright, oh, ho, ho, 5 probes. That is quite a couple more than he had bargained for. Gerald definitely having the opportunity there to not let that happen. Unfortunately, though, a slight misclick. An assumption of the Widowmine probably going off already on something else before that retargeting or something happened there at least. And beautifully done, though, by Future. But then again, just as beautifully done there by Gerald, finding the medevac still on its way home and immediately jumping on the opportunity to do some counter damage that way. Taking that one out, right? It's bad losing a lot of workers due to a Widowmine, but then it's even worse if the Widowmine and a medevac get away. That's just the worst. Now, this one auto turret gets only a single probe. That's probably not the best of cases right now. Could have been a little bit better, but you know what? You get what you try to get what you can, you know. There we go, coming in again. He is denying the mineral mining here, I suppose, for a good amount of time. Did he lose something here? Another thing, okay, maybe a marine, something like that. I'm not completely sure. He did take some damage. Maybe he just kind of walked into the siege tank fire for a short, brief moment. We'll have to wait and see. Now, the observer, of course, does see all this moving out. Just gets spotted by Future, so takes that one... well, takes that one into oblivion. Marines, Marauders, Siege Tanks, Medevacs, all of the good bunch coming on down the track. Rolling down the is it called the Gypsy track? Is that what they say? The train tracks, is that what they say? It's an English saying, which means people are saying it sometimes. And there's not enough energy right now on this Raven for an interference matrix, my dear lord. I'm messing myself up now. Which would be absolutely lovely against this Colossi, of course. Bit of a shame. Oh, the Stalkers getting spotted already here by those siege tanks coming in to try and intercept as much reinforcements as possible. But you know what? It looks like Future was on top of this already and putting his reinforcements on the other side here, not allowing them to be picked off that easily. Alright, you know what? Might be able to get there. Both these Colossi as well. It is extremely close. Does get them. They do not manage to get away. The Stalkers coming back around again. It's only 5 of them though. The Nexus goes down. Future absolutely showing the power of Terran right here. And this is very reminiscent overall. I feel like a little bit of innovation. With these 2 base timing attacks behind this. Getting himself a 3rd base. Getting ahead in the mid to early game. And then later on just having so much stuff to overwhelm his opponent. Now, of course, later on in the late game, if Gerald still gets there, I think he might still have an opportunity. But he needs to stabilize here. And that stabilization needs to happen pretty darn soon. The Widowmine, though, gets a good connection. And more probes do die here, putting him even in a worse position right now. 63 workers versus 45. That is, well, less than optimal, let me tell you. If you ever played StarCraft 2 and you know that this is not a good situation to be in. The siege tanks in the main base right now, not sieged quite yet. The Zealots do get on top of it in time. And I think this will be cleaned up now, finally. And then again, more reinforcements coming in at the same time as well. Making life difficult once more for the poor Protoss in the bottom left side of the map. It's funny that people always say that the player is in the bottom left side of the map at the start of the game, but then later on it just doesn't happen as much anymore. Disruptor shot there being utilized to get rid of some Widow Mines here. Probably a pretty good choice. Nice micro here from Future, I gotta say. Really staying on top of his control of those Marauders and Marines. The Colossi not allowed to get great connections there. Ooh, Widow Mines! Ouch. Ouchie, wouchie. That's painful. Now, and as long as Future kind of keeps the pressure up, of course, he does have the 3 base economy against the 2 base economy. So if he just keeps denying Gerald from getting a 4th base, if he keeps trading like this, ultimately he should get out on top, right? That's what you'd say. I mean, as long as he doesn't take horrendous trades, he will be okay. And he's doing just exactly that. He's really staying on top of his micro here, avoiding massive splash damage, not getting hit by disruptors or storm too much. And look at that, still trading out very favorably here. Taking out the Colossi, the Eye Templar. The Disruptor is still up though, but might die pretty soon as well. And yeah, once again, I mean, it's a trade. Yeah, okay, he's reinforcements now. Just too much. Disruptor dice as well. And GG should be coming in pretty shortly here, guys. Gerald just kind of taking it all in. I'm not even sure if he knows about the 3rd base here. He doesn't, so maybe he's under the impression that it is 2 base versus 2 base. And Future is going to run dry pretty soon here, but unfortunately for him, that is not the case. Alright. +2/+2 here coming in as well for Future. At least the +2 attack. Gerald still getting himself the +1/+1. Another tiny thing that does go, of course, quite heavily into the favor of Future here. Allows Gerald to start reconstructing that Nexus. I might come in later on to try and deny that again. I mean, this is still an investment, right? As soon as it finishes up, you still need a moment of time to recreate some probes, to mine there, and really get stuff rolling again. This ball of Stalkers, ooh, okay, just one of them. Was that on purpose? Sending it back. Oh my god, the Disruptor! Alright, it does pay for his crimes against humanity, but you know what? Definitely did manage to do some crimes against humanity. Another Disruptor coming in this time around. Future moves backwards. Storm pretty close as well here. Looks like, you know what, a pretty good Storm there. Managing to get good connections. This Disruptor, though, gets taken out. The Colossi as well. And GG. There it is. Future. This has too much. Takes Gerald out again. And that means we're going to go into a 3-1 point score right here, right now. Gerald needs to pick up the pace to try and get this to an equal ground again if he wants to still have a good shot at taking this series, of course. Because, you know what, being behind... oh yeah, by the way, I need to remove some friends here so I can add Gerald to my friend list. Who do I remove even? I don't even know. Let me see. I need to look it up quickly. Estrella? Should I remove Estrella? I don't know who this is. Let's remove this person. Yes. Alright. There we go. And now I can have Gerald's. Please? Maybe I can't accept it if he's offline. Is that a thing? You can't accept a friend request of somebody that's offline? I don't think that is a thing, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? I don't know. Anyway. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Alright, what map? What's the map, Gerald? What's the map? By the way. Also, we do have still, of course, the Mecherino available. So it is above the chat window right there. If you want to check it out, go and help us out. Get a bit more money to the overall prize pool here for these lovely players, Gerald and Future. Definitely need the help here. You know what? Every bit of dough helps. I think the prize pool spreads out for like 70 to 30%, something like that. Ice and Chrome will be our next map, by the way. Ba 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 ba. All right, let me double check. Okay, we are Eastern. We are Eastern. Alright, so here we go. Here we go, guys. Ice and Chrome, a absolutely magnificent map. It is humongous. And let's hope that's gonna be a thing. Wait a moment. It's interesting. What's this? Huh. That's funny. It's funny. I thought for a moment that my new lamping system was behind me, even though it's in front of me. But then it kind of looks like a softbox over here, right? A corner of a softbox. Wait, how do I move this? Like this, and then like this. Alright, anyway. Man, that's the sobriety test right there. Alright, anyway. I always get a little bit cookie when it comes to the thingamajigs. Alright, so let me think it through. I think we are on a 3-1 or a 4-1 right now. Are we already on a 4-1? I need help. Let me see. Alright, let me think back on this. We started on Golden Pillars, which was a victory for future, I want to say. Then we went to... I'm not sure. Let me whisper sushi. I'm just completely blanking on it, guys. It's all the comedy I'm doing. You know what, on that side we have ourselves a red Protoss, who is fighting for another point on the board here. Exxon team, he is Gerald. Top right side we have ourselves a blue Terran, fighting for Team Alpha X for the very first time in one of these Pro Series. He is a Future. Look at that, wearing the yellow dragon. Yellow dragon of pride, joy, and prosperity of all of StarCraft for as long as we can help it, hopefully. Support it on Patreon so that does actually happen. I don't become a lying cheat, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh boy, that's a Reaper. Can it get surrounded once again? Gerald really going for this. Oh my dear lord. Wow. Oh, a bit of mismicro though on that Adept there, unfortunately. Should have cancelled that Shade, I think. But, you know, it might still be able to get it. Go, Shade, go! Oh, the healing kicks in. We'll need 2 shots there. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to get that. But, you know what? I'm not quite sure. Did he get the scout on that Stargate right now? I don't think he did. I don't think he will either. Complete. So, that's a big deal. We'll not be able to know what is coming his way so far. Oh, another Adept coming in from the other side. That was a smart move. Gerald's showing his brain power. Alright, so we started on US. Then we went to EU. And then we went US. And then we went EU. And now we're on US again, right? So that would mean this is the 5th game. Yes, I think I'm correct on this. So I'm pretty sure we got 3-1 right now. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Fairly certain. I could be wrong. Hello? Hello, Mr. Phoenix? Mr. Phoenix is looking for you, Mr. Hellion. It is interesting going for the Phoenixes here. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were going to go straight into the Oracles, but no, Gerald playing it safe. I also want to take the damage he's been taking from those Widowmine drops, which have been coming out every single game. No, actually, one game we did see the Marine pressure, of course, the double medevac Marine with the stim. That's when Gerald tried to do the Dark Templar attack. I'm not quite sure if that's what we're seeing right now again. I don't think so, because we do have the Cyclone and the Viking, of course, added into the mix. But that might just be as a response to the Phoenix. So maybe he was planning on doing it, because we do see a lot of Marines right here. And no barracks just yet. Or extra barracks to make the stim pack happen. Make it a thing. Sushi's taking care of something. Inexcusable. And it's okay. Sushi working tirelessly, as always, behind the scenes. Trying to get everything sorted for probably the next event up Friday. Which will be a massive event. Again, the biggest event that we've ever hosted as Alpha X. It just keeps happening. Which is absolutely lovely, of course. We're very, very fortunate to continuously be growing. And getting more and more events that just overshadow the other events that we've done in the past because of the enormous prize pool increases. And we feel very blessed, and we hope to be able to do that continuously. And of course, it's not possible without the viewers that we continuously get. So you know what? We're very, very appreciative of all you guys coming out to view our streams, to enjoy StarCraft 2 with us, and just overall have a good time with watching some pro players beating the living snot out of each other. You know, that's the big deal. That's the true word. Probably should mention things that are happening in this game, right? Feels like that would be a necessity at some point, but then again, I just feel so blessed that I feel like I don't have to. You know what? Overblessed. This is what we call overblessed. I'm a very happy boy. 3 adepts right here, the perfect amount to one-shot SCVs. Trying to kill a siege tank and the marines that are there as well. What did he just kill over here? There must have been something, right? It's not adepts. Maybe the cyclones. 2 cyclones there. I think that's what he killed. I think he lured them in with the phoenixes there and then killed them off with the ground army as I was watching the adepts right there. So that was a really cool thing to see, actually. Killing off a couple of workers as well. Gerald, a nice maneuver. Now restabilizing back at home. He really seems to enjoy his storm right here. And I mean, it's definitely working. I just feel like there's a heavier counter to storm than there is versus disruptors. Yeah, just disruptors. Just disruptors. Especially if you mix in carriers as well. I mean, if there's any map you want to go disrupt a carrier on, I'd say this is it. This is pretty much it. Which was kind of the feeling that I was getting, right? Seeing Gerald going for the phoenixes. Maybe I thought perhaps he will go for the +1 air weapons and then use that as a transition to have the carriers later on in the game with already weapon upgrades, which, you know, would be absolutely cool to see, but we're not seeing it just quite yet. Of course, there's no reason to say that's not gonna happen. You know what, Gerald might just be a bit more in tune with what he can and cannot spend right now, rather than me, a person that never plays Protoss, higher than a level of just overall toddler level. Not Todd. Todd is very good. Don't get me wrong on that one. I'm saying toddler, which is a completely different thing. Not saying Todd is a toddler either, so I swear if anyone takes this out of context, I'm gonna be furious. I'm gonna be furious. So yeah, so far Future not really going for any type of aggression, right? Really staying on his side of the map here, just kind of trying to stay afloat against the aggression that we've mostly been seeing from Gerald right now. The Phoenixes, of course, make it incredibly difficult for any type of medevacs to be flying around, trying to get a drop off here. It just increases the odds of them just immediately being sniped out, sniffed up, and destroyed before you're going to be able to do anything with them. And it looks like Future now, with the siege tanks and the extra added in Ghost, is going to start pushing across the map here, trying to get himself a good position. It looks like he will. Didn't get scouted just quite yet. Of course, this is the moment in time where Gerald painfully becomes aware of how close this Terran army is right now. No time to make more shield batteries. Does do the shield battery overcharge. You need something in front of it, though, to make use of it. There we go. A lot of healing does come down, but that is so much Terran right now. The Storm's not really connecting quite yet. Okay, those are pretty darn good, though. Needs a couple more. Definitely still has a couple more. Zealots coming in from behind as well. That's really cool to see. The Disruptor. Oh, the Disruptor whiffs. More Storms, though, wailing away at the infantry units right now. I think Gerald should be able to stabilize later on with another reinforcements. He did go in with a couple of Zealots here as well, so he... You know what? That is another thing that makes this a very good trade, actually, for Gerald. 55 works versus 78. Lovely done there. And you know what? Even though he lost most of his valuable tech units, he killed off a lot of Futures as well, right? Only a single siege tank remaining. Not a single Ghost on the battlefield anymore. Definitely got to be feeling pretty darn nice about that one. We have ourselves... what? Also, the overall units lost tab in favor for Gerald. I don't know what that was about, but you know what? It definitely made my point. I hope. I hope so. What points? I don't know. So yeah, we're still seeing the Templar and Disruptor attack here for Gerald. You gotta commend him for that one. Usually you do see the Colossi and the Disruptor play, or even the Carrier Disruptor play, because that means you just basically have the one spellcast to worry about, right? The Disruptor, even though he has only a single spell, you still kind of want to control the spell as it goes in. So, you know what, in a way, you're kind of controlling the spell where you're pressing the spell, but then you're also controlling the spell in which direction it goes, trying to chase down Marauders, Marines, stuff like that. That are trying to split up. Oh wait, he also gets Colossi. Alright, Storm's coming down as well. Again, another Zealot run by over here. Another Zealot run by into the third base. Future once again finding himself into a weird position here as Gerald is taking 5 bases in total right now. Absolutely lovely for him. And you know what? I'm feeling confident about him being able to hold this one as well. Especially, oh, that EMP though. Pretty darn big. The Colossi taking care of the siege tank. Yeah, this should be a GG as God. And Future taps out. Will not be able to take another victory and put himself on match point. Instead, we're going into a score which is 3-2, which kind of makes this entire series to play for again. That was a very important victory to get that for Gerald. Of course, though, that also means that was game number 5. We only have 2 maps remaining in the map pool, which are Golden Wall and Submarine. Now, I mean, we do have the map choice for Future. Can I accept it now? Why can't I accept my friend request? I need to remove more people from my friend list. Let me take a look. I don't know who this is. He's been offline for 8 years, but I feel like that's like some sort of a record, right? So I don't want to remove him. That's a cool. I guess I'll remove this person. Alright. Just a couple of people. Let's see if it works now. It doesn't. I can't accept it. Let's see if he can accept mine. Right. Here we go. Submarine will be the next one. Fighting for survival. Gerald is too nice. I told him, I can't accept your friend request for some reason. He's like, I will try to fix that for you. I will try to fix that for you. But first I gotta play myself some StarCraft 2. That's not what he said, but probably is what he's thinking right now. He doesn't have to fix it for me. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. Anyway, on the bottom right side of the map, we have ourselves the person that is still in the lead right here, but only with a single point right now. Being a little bit cheeky, he is the Blue Terran from the America. He is Future. He is a Future. Yeah. In the top left side, we have ourselves a Red Protoss. Fighting for Team Exxon, he is none other than Gerald. Gerald of Rivia. Is that the one? Gerald of Rivia. I don't know if that is where his name came from, if that's the reason why he called himself Gerald. That would be pretty cool. I remember doing this entire cast of him being the Gerald from The Witcher, and then he was playing against Cuddlebear, and Cuddlebear being the beast he would have to slay. Man, he did definitely slay Cuddlebear that series. Definitely used his right type of swords there. Anyway, of course, Cuddlebear being a teammate as well. Don't want to go too much into it because it was rather painful for me to watch. Oh well, it was a well-fought match. It was a well-fought match. Cuddlebear, if you're here, I love you, buddy. No offense. But, man, oh man, Gerald, dude. He's just a tough guy to beat. Did he not scout the main base? Did he just not scout the main base at all? Does he not have a clue at what is coming his way? I guess it is only a proxy barracks, to be fair, with the Reaper here. But you know what? He still hasn't started that first units rush right now. So only here we have that first initial Stalker. This Reaper has a complete full range of the probe line. Will be able to do whatever he likes to them. That is like leaving a overweight child in a pie shop. It's not what you want to do. Alright, you know what? He does kill him. Only 2 probes dying there. It's not what I thought would happen. A secondary Reaper is on the way, though. Of course, we'll be able to take over. But, you know what? 2 probes. Impressive. I thought that was going to be a lot more. And turned out to be the complete opposite of more. It was less, actually, than I expected. So, oh. He still has the bunker as well, though, of course. Might be able to get some micro going for himself. Needs to keep that SCV safe. Gerald wants to keep his Stalker sealed up as well. Doesn't want to take too much hull damage here. Trying to keep the SCV from repairing, though, is very important too. Another Marine comes into the bunker. This is starting to become rather problematic, but you know what? The shield battery better at repairing than the OG repairs. The SCVs, of course. Oh, nice movement there for Mr. Future. Needs to start really getting on top of that bunker again, but will open up those SCVs for attack. And there we have it. One of them already being taken out. Another Marine comes into play, and we do have ourselves quite a bit of healing again. Repairing, being an absolute beast right now. 2 more workers fall. And Future definitely making this pay for himself. Even flying the barracks over, so that's going to tank damage for these units right here. It's very cool to see. I don't think he's going to get the Nexus here, right? That would be crazy. If he did, that would be a beautiful thing that nobody saw coming, but he's not going to, right? 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 I mean, the shield battery overcharge is almost the thing again. A Cyclone comes in and one of the Stalkers falls, though. He will have shield battery overcharge again. There we go. Okay, so now Ken once again started really pressuring the front door here. Another Cyclone, oh well, another lock-on from the Cyclone, though, makes this rather difficult. The overcharge almost gone. The SUV is dead, it looks like. So yeah, only the units now on the low grounds there will finally be cleaned up. But another 3 workers die. And that makes a grand total of 7 workers that will be put in the grave here. And Future now trying his best with the 2 Cyclones to perhaps do a little bit more damage. And using this barracks just as a taunting mechanism, being like, I can see whatever you're about to do, mates. No matter what, I will figure it out. I will see it. I will counter it. Coming in here with these Cyclones is just a cherry on top, of course. I was expecting him to maybe perhaps look onto one of those pylons. Well, the pylon over here on the shield battery. Anyway, regardless, reactor on that starport and a tech lab on that the barracks. Interesting. It is kind of what it should be like, though, at this moment in time, right? You want Marauders, you want Medevacs, you want the things upgraded for your infantry as well. It's all just a big part of the whole show and charades that happens when you're playing Terran versus a Protoss in particular. You want to get Marauders a bit more so. Alright. What's happening here? Oh, Raven harassment. Okay, okay. That's a lot of extra mining coming in for future. Anything else happening here? No? No, you're okay? I am expecting a third base coming down pretty soon here for future. I think 2 extra barracks we would have already seen by now. So, yeah, so there is the attack, and where is that third base? There it is. Alright. Gerald's on the other side, of course, already. I think that third nexus a little bit earlier on. Doesn't have as much in the army supply count, so this could still benefit future quite a bit here. As long as he stays on top of his control here. Doesn't lose too much on the way over. Doesn't lose too much time in particular, right? Not just lose too many units, but time is of the essence as well. If he spends too much time trying to move towards the base of the Protoss, that means there's just going to be too many warp-ins. And the tech, of course, for the Protoss is also going to be much further along the highway, with the extended thermal lance ticking in right now, coming in closer and closer. I love this positioning of these siege tanks, though. A very good one. But you know what? Immediately, actually, Gerald jumping on the opportunity to come in for a flank here. Catching himself a free siege tank and the reinforcements of the Marines and the Marauders here. Of course, that does give away that those zealots are there, but that is very much worth it. If that is the cost, then that is what you want to have happen here. Oh my dear lord. Are these zealots just going to win the game right now? Jeez Louise. Calm down, Mr. Zealots. And yeah, of course, without the reinforcements here for future, this attack a lot weaker than it could have originally been. Then again, I suppose those zealots aren't there either, so... Oh, well, there they are. Killing off the siege tank, and that's going to be the end of this attack here. Oh, nice targeting, though, from future still. Oh, hold up, never mind. This could still start to suddenly turn into the favor of future if he targets down that Colossi somehow, some way. The Colossus, I should say. I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty going with the pluralification of Colossus, and then sometimes calling a single Colossus Colossi, and then very often I call multiple Colossus Colossus. So yeah, Colossuses. Alright, Dark Shrine once again on the way. High Templar Archives as well. And after all has been said and done, I would give the advantage slightly here to future. He does have himself a worker lead as a Terran, of course. That is absolutely magnificent. He has the account of the army as well, right? Has the numbers there. Big advantage, actually. And now he just needs to get himself really into a position where he just doesn't lose the game right now. Due to a big Protoss ball fighting off either his drop or the front door. That is not all that well protected. Okay, in he comes, sees the stocks being warped in, wisely backs up. Gets the cancel on that base right here. Needs to be careful. Those stock is still coming in right now on the right side, looking for those medevacs. Keep moving, Gerald. Keep moving. Okay, doesn't go for it. Unfortunately, will not be able to intercept those medevacs here. It looks like that could have been big. That could have been absolutely massive. I think that's enough stocks right there to one-shot a medevac. And with that medevac, of course, an entire this amount of supply of Marauders and Marines as well. Storm on the way. What do we have over here? That's quite a good amount of Dark Templar. And they do get spotted immediately. A nice scan right there. The third base still in a bit of pressure though. Might get himself into trouble. Does he have another scan available? I'm not quite sure. Does he have another scan? Okay, there we go. There's another scan. Nice. Almost had another scan actually available, so it's completely fine. Losing 4 workers. The bare minimal you'd kind of... You know what? Not even the bare minimal you're kind of hoping for with 4 Dark Templars being invested. That was 4, right? It was 4. That's rough. Future once again finding his position behind these rocks right now. Kind of wondering whether or not it would have been a good choice for Gerald to get rid of these rocks when he had a chance. have less of a clump up of his zealots trying to push into this. Of course, he can still push into the right side here as well. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, you know. A slight poke. The Disruptors, if they can get themselves behind the shrubbery here, might be able to get themselves a great connection. But so far, it looks like, you know, this base is going to have to bite the bullet and just explode into the little bits and pieces that a Nexus truly was made of to begin with. And that puts Future once again in a lovely position here. Gonna continue onwards with the pressure. Great EMP so far. Massive disruptor shots though as well. You know what, those EMPs, they could have been a bit better. I think there's still 2 storms available. Are there? Let me try. No, actually, just barely not. Those are fresh High Templars, so they need a bit more time. It's gonna be available pretty darn soon though, but he needs it right now. And those siege tanks in a wonderful position. Gonna be able to stop the army really from rotating around nicely. Comes back with the bio as well. Disruptor shot is pretty big. The storms as well, but there's just not enough Protoss to hold this back any longer. And that's gonna put Future on match points here, I'd say. Although there is one Dark Templar still killing this one siege tank right now. That is kind of funny. What else do we have? This base, I'm not sure if you're going to save this one. Disruptor shot is massive though. Oh my dear lord, if only that could have happened a bit before he lost his army. That is unfortunate, but yeah, looks like he will still lose this Nexus. And GG is called. Gerald taps out, which means we have ourselves a 2-4. And just when you thought Gerald was bringing the series back into his favor, suddenly Future just is like, you know what? No, I'm going to show that I am the dominant player right here. I am the future of the Terran race. I will get myself another victory on the board here and put myself on match points. You will have to win 3 games in a row to take this series, and I only will have to win 1. So that's very nice. That's very nice. So, alright, here we go. Gerald is going to have map choice once again, although, you know what, it's a bit unfortunate for him that he only has to choose from 1 map right now, which is Golden Wall, of course. So we're going to hop on over to that one. So, okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This could be the last one, guys, if we're not careful. Gerald needs the victory right here on the board. Let's see how it happens. Let's see how it goes. Right. Future could take the entire series here, guys. He's just 1 point removed. Gerald's only having 2 points on the board right now. Definitely needs this victory now more than ever. Will he be able to do it? Let's take a look over here. Let me do the introductions potentially for the last time. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves a red Terran player moving out on the map right now, somewhere to that location that I just showed you. He is the one and only US of A future of the Terran race, Mr. Joe himself. Not Joe Rogan, no, much better. He is a future. In the bottom right side, we have ourselves a blue Protoss from Team Exxon. I forgot completely, by the way, he is from Team Alpha X. Alright, anyway. Team Exxon, the Polish Protoss. He is in the blue. The bottom right, he is Gerald. Alright. Let's keep tabs on this little probe right here. Doesn't look like he's going to be poking down. He will not scout that barracks that's being proxied. So you can see that is still completely in the unknown. He's going to move towards this side of the base, though. And you know what, might be a little bit confused here as he does see this barracks still being created at the regular spots. But, of course, if he's very sharp, he's going to notice that that barracks is a little bit late. Unless if he doesn't go in here, of course, and the barracks completes. That could be trouble. So, yeah, it's not going to be able to see this, unfortunately. And this second barracks on the middle of the map with the tech lab. Is this the Marauder push? Is this going to be a concussive shell? We've seen this a couple of times, haven't we? And there's the Marauder. There is the concussive shell. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. We do have ourselves a concussive shell on the way as well. Oh, well, I love the concussive shell. It's such a tricky ability, but if you make it work, it's lovely. You can do so much with it, especially in the early game. The Adept is on the way. I'd say an Adept is a bit better against Marauders rather than Stalkers, of course. So that is a fortunate turn of events here for Gerald. But you know what? Just a single Adept is not going to hold him safe against the Marine, Marauder, and even a couple of SCVs that are coming his way right now. Especially if he shades. Well, you know what? Shading forward here might help him out a little bit. Marauders are going forward, so he gets one SCV. Might be able to pick off these Marines as well. Oh, that's going to be close. Come on, don't finish that shade. Okay, does finish it. Wants to kill off the SCV, building the bunker here. Another SCV is available. Just a single SCV left. Not allowing that bunker to be created here would be absolutely massive, of course. Oh, saves the Adept just barely. Wants that to recharge some energy now. This isn't as much an all-in as you might expect it to be. Oh, a Stalker as well. That is rough. Okay, 2 shield batteries on the production tab there as well on the bottom right side. I'm a bit surprised with that positioning. I guess he really doesn't have much of a better place to be. But, yeah, of course, maybe he was expecting his units to be able to get to this location right here. Future, though, doing a lovely job zoning this out. I'm not sure if he's aware that there's shield batteries here, but he's really making it impossible for Gerald to make good use of it. A couple of Adepts in the backside trying to keep reinforcements from coming in here. Just barely not killing off that Marauder right there. Very low on the HP. A Void Ray comes in for Gerald. That is very cool to see, especially with only 2 Marines here on the field of battle. Might be enough to break this this push before it does too much. Wants to keep that Void Ray alive. It looks like the Nexus will fall, though. Gets targeted down. And that's pretty much all you wanted, really, from as Future. That was the necessity, right? That was what was desperately needed to make this all worth it. Killing off that Nexus, as he is getting himself a second command center in a wonderful position here. The barracks that was proxied gets blown up in the base of Gerald. Gerald right now somehow, someway needs to find a way to get himself back into this. Get himself into the fight once more. When he's behind on workers, he might still be a little bit ahead on overall tech, but then again, I mean, he is making Oracle, and the counter for the Oracle, the Cyclone, is already getting created as well here. Future taking every precautionary step that he needs to really keep himself into this game. Gerald. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh my dear lord, it's gonna lose that Void Ray as well. Oh my god, that's rough. That is rough indeed. Now, let's see what he will be able to get done with this Oracle, of course. 1, yeah, it's a 2, ha, 3. Future not paying attention. I'm very surprised that we're not seeing any type of a reaction so far. Getting 6 kills right here. Probably will still lose this Oracle, though. You know what? Actually, kind of out-microing the Vikings so far. Coming back around. Oh my god, the Dukes. The Dukes, they're real. gets the heck out of there. Still alive and well with that Oracle. Needs to be careful of the Bioforces here, of course. Doesn't want to fly into those, but so far, you know, wonderfully done. The second Oracle on the here as well. Ooh, don't get spotted so far. Need to be careful. Need to be careful. Okay. Whew. Doesn't lose them. That's a big deal. That is a big deal indeed. Needs to do a little bit more harassment with those Oracles, I'd say, to really get himself back into an equal footing here. I mean, the work kills that he got are nice. He got 9 kills in total, but it was so much later than his opponents. And of course, without that second Nexus, he really couldn't make that many probes for a long time, which just puts Future into the driver's seat here. And now with this Viking as well, getting this amount of work kills, absolutely massive. The Oracles, though, returning the favor in kind. We'll be able to pick off a good amount as well. 7 for 7. And again, though, of course, Gerald's already being behind. Probably would have hoped to get a bit more than that. Oh, nice force field there. Loses the Cyclone, does Future. Oracles, they need to recharge some of that energy before they can go in again and really get the damage rolling in. Oh, Disruptors immediately on the field here for Gerald. I'm loving this. Just skipping entirely the High Templar this time around. Going straight for those Disruptors, the heavy hitters. Why use a spell that slowly kills your opponents? Well, slowly. It still kills them relatively quickly, but it is over time. When you have an ability that kills everything it touches instantly. As long as the timing works out, of course. Which sounds weird, but yeah. That's how it is. And Future going for the third base already here. Even so brazen as to put it on the third base on location, which is his gold base. Gerald's, I mean, time is ticking for him. He needs to make something happen here. This is his last chance to get back into this series and get close again to a almost tied up situation. If he doesn't do it here, I don't think he will be able to do it at any point in time. Then go the Oracles once again. Get the SCV making a missile turret once again. You know what? So delaying that a little bit here. Oh, loses one of the Oracles. Very unfortunate, but 5 worker kills in total. I mean, it's nice, but again, we're still seeing the worker lead here for Future. So, yeah. What can a guy say? This is a weird fight. This is a weird fight, but looks like it's still working out for Future here. We'll be able to pick off most of these Stalkers. And I think he's going to get even more work kills here. I think we're going to get close to the capitulating point where Gerald is just going to tap out with all of this going on right here. He lost his Oracle. He still has one of them, I suppose, but where is it? Where even is this Oracle? Mr. Oracle? Let's try to find it. There it is. Alright, he's with the rest of the army. Trying to tank some damage here. 7 works in total. Again, go down. 26 versus 26. Now that seems equal, but of course, if you take into account when both these worker kills took place, you can see why there is this disparity still in the worker counts. Of course, it's exponential growth, guys, as I've explained earlier in this series. It's showing its ugly mug once again. As soon as you get a little bit ahead, it's gonna keep growing and growing until you're way far ahead. Especially if you keep trading worker kills equally. It's just a unfair advantage, which Future managed to obtain with the initial Marauder push. Again, coming in here, another drop. You have ourselves some Stalkers being dropped in, trying to negate as much Marauder fire as possible with that Warp Prism Micro. But you know what, that drop over there, another attack coming into the main base, taking out a lot of probes right now on both sides. And I think all the probes in the main base are gone. I think most of the probes in the natural are gone. Only 13 remain. And yeah, Gerald, you gotta commend him for sticking in there, trying his best still in these desperate of times, but You know what? It is looking pretty desperate. And there you have it. It is a G being called by Gerald, tapping on out, and you can't really blame him. Really trying his best there up until the last moments in time. But Future, the new guy on the Alpha X roster, manages to take out Gerald here with a 5-2 score. So very cool, very well played there by him. GG's, and yeah, well played, well played. Future, our champion. Guys, remember this is the last shout out I can do to the Metrorino codes. Please add it in if you haven't already. Just takes a second of your time. And these players and I, of course, will be very, very much appreciative of all of this happening. Alright, so yeah, guys, remember, this is the final game that they played, but of course I do kind of want to show you, just for a quick brief moment before I do go, just how easy it is to add that little code if you haven't already, right? Let me get to this website. Bloop, 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 bloop. I haven't set it up just quite yet, so I'm going to do it right now, live on stream. I'm going to the website, as you can see, I'm on it right now. Hold up, let me bring you guys over. There you go, there you have it. Remember, it's not really being used up so far. All you gotta do is, well, not this, actually. Hold up. APS 182. Sign in to contribute. I like to use my Twitch. And voila, contribute. Coupon code, this one. Blemo. Easy peasy, just like that. Done. Done so. Hope that is clear enough. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the casting today. Hope you had a good time overall with the games as well. Of course, Future and Gerald, some absolute beasts of players. Hope to see them more often in the future. And well, that was a bad pun, unintended. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Kozan. Check me out on Really Kozan. It's my Twitter. It's my Twitch. And yeah, we'll see each other some other time, I'm pretty sure. Because my passion for StarCraft ain't going anywhere. Alright. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Love you. Love you all. Bye-bye. Have a good time. Be safe. Be safe. Alright. Be nice to each other as well. Alright? Alright. Bye-bye.